Hello folks, I'm JDporkchop and welcome to another episode of Surviving Space Engineers. Today we have got a whole heap of stuff that I have been up to. So I finished recording the last episode, and then was sitting just watching telly and watching TV and just generally off in my own little world. And I kind of went a bit nuts. I got an image in my head that I wanted to lay out, and I was like, oh, just lay a couple of blocks here and there, and not do anything too crazy. And then like 3 hours went by, and I'd done all this, including start sort of laying out what I think we're gonna do. So the plan, because you know me, I love a plan, is to keep things sort of reasonably small, because if we start sprawling out over all of this, it's going to get pretty big pretty quickly. Is the landing pad area is going to be sort of this bit here, this sort of there's where that crater sort of ends and this hole sort of begins. We're going to build the landing area kind of in here, with one end being a resource drop-off area, another end being like maybe a grinding pit for dropping off damaged ships. Also maybe a couple of landing pads just for landing ships on. And then here, and the Serenity has been put in to make sure that it's... Oh. Right, now, I've never used this mod before, but I'm of the understanding that that ship will attack us. Like, it will actively hunt us. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move my little miner out of the way. This couldn't have come at a worse time, really. I'm trying to explain everything out, and yeah, so it's definitely going to come to us then, isn't it? So we need to get this thing in. It's going to make this game quite interesting, really, isn't it? That every now and again. I've been doing this for, like I said, a couple of hours, and I've had one or two things spawn, but normally they just shoot straight past. I cannot see a thing. Wow. If I can't see anything, then you guys have got no hope. We're going to crash. On. Alright, there we go. Maybe the, Oh, he's here. My turrets are trying to shoot him. I think he crashed in at the surface. Oh no, he's shooting at us. Okay, so putting that in the tunnel when we haven't got any really clear way of being able to defend ourselves was not a good idea. Right, let's bring a ship around, and this thing's got some power to it though. Holy, that guy's just getting absolutely shredded. Okay. An explosive beginning to the episode. Yeah, so we're gonna have to maybe get the defenses in pretty quickly. I've been here a few hours, as I said, and this is the first thing that's sort of come and attacked me. This thing got absolutely shredded. There's nothing left. Thought, maybe I'll come and salvage, salvage what's left. There's nothing left. There's just bits. Wow. What's here? Yeah, nothing. Ooh. Ooh. That is worth, because of the thruster components, because we don't have any platinum. So I'm going to empty out my inventory. We don't have any iron left either, by the way. I've kind of used it all building that thing. Okay, go grab some of this. Where was that bit? Let's grab these. Yeah. The fact that it's moving is kind of making it a little bit difficult, but we shall prevail. Perfect. Right. Do I see any other big bits that are worth investigating? Oh really? Like I said, I think it just pretty much got shredded. Well, at least we know that ship works. Now we should probably go and assess what damage got done. I'm really glad I started recording when I did. I think that's everything. Right, so what side did it hit us on? It sort of hit us on the right. This would be... I gotta try and start remembering my port and starboard. Port is left and starboard is right, I think. So our starboard side was what got hit. I don't see any damage. Don't see anything particularly... No. So we came out of that one pretty good. Anyway, now that that distraction is over, I'm just going to leave that ship there and I'm going to go back to the base, which is this way. Maybe. No? I've already lost my base. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. Oh, come on, where is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, I've got to remember the marker's right above it. So, what were we talking about before we were so rudely interrupted? Yeah, so I kind of got carried away and I've started laying out what I want to do. Now, the idea occurred to me that into this wall here, I want to set a building, like the main actual part of the base. So top floor would be like a control room and I don't know, maybe like we'll role play it to a certain degree, you know, maybe like a server room and stuff with some timer blocks in it. Then the second floor down would be like a mess hall, medical bay, maybe like a gym, maybe a cinema or something, you know, a recreational area or something. Then the lower floors would be sleeping quarters, and then that would be the sort of the actual space stationary part. Down on the ground here, like I said, would be the landing bay, landing and takeoff bay. Then through into here would be a shipyard for building small and medium-sized ships. And then when it comes to building the big super carrier, which will be our sort of series finale, we'll maybe build something. I don't know. I'll work something out. That's a long, long way away. So, with that in mind, a few things is, one, where do we want to have it so that both ends of this are accessible? And I think it would be quite cool, so probably yes. Secondly, where do we want to put the refining and sort of the machinery, as it were? And I had a couple of thoughts. We either have another floor, a lower floor, that is the machining area, the mechanical area, or we put it beneath the landing area. So if this is where the landing pads are going to be, sort of dig down into the rock a little bit and have it all underneath. So when my mining ship lands and empties, it just drops straight down into the refining area. So those are two ideas I'm sort of banging around in my head. One of the things about this is this area doesn't get any sunlight. The sun, I'll sort of show you. It starts, like if it were to start where the moon is, it sort of skips along that way and kind of just skirts along the horizon. And then goes down that way, so it should be sort of over there right now. Yeah, so it's going to continue round that way until it gets back to the planet. So this place gets no sun. So I'm thinking the best way to do it would be to dig up so that we come out like kind of here, around here-ish, and build our big solar farm here. Then that becomes really exposed. So the other option is nuclear reactors, or we go for the hydrogen engines, but those things are pretty heavy, but then we just make sure we have the power stuff on everything. So those are all things that we need to start thinking about. So I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to cut back in when I have things squared away. What's that? I think that's the old assembler that I didn't finish taking apart. So yeah, I'm going to cut here, go and sort of figure out what we're going to do with the rest of this episode, and then I will be back. On closer inspection, yes, there was some damage. A load of the plating along the top here was buckled, some of it quite badly. So we've fixed up most of that. And then this turret was also taken out of action. I think it must have taken a direct hit because all the paneling around here was all really, really warped. But I think... oh look, we've lost a little bit of stuff there as well. Yeah, so definitely a little bit of damage taken, but nothing too severe. Anyway, so let's continue on with what we were doing. I'm going to grab the last of my... I think I have about 2,000 plates left. A little bit there. Let's have a look. Plate. Yeah, not a lot. Let's sort of spread out. Oh yeah, no, we've still got a fair amount. So we're going to do a little bit of work, just laying out the landing area. I think I like the idea of putting the equipment sort of underneath, so we can sort of lay out how the landing area is going to look. First, I suppose we have to work out how these doors are going to go. Now, I'm going to be using... let's see... so it'd be... going to be using the laser... what is it called? It's called like force field doors or something. Here we go. So I'm going to be using these, but I'm also going to, on top of that, have actual armor doors. And there is a mod I've added that adds airtight doors that are longer. Down here somewhere. Aha, there they are. So 4, 6, and 8. So let's go with the 8s. Yeah, so basically what this is going to do is meaning that we can... maybe the 8 is a bit excessive. Let's just take all of them and figure it out. So that when we're under attack, or if I want to, you know, make sure the guys don't get inside, we can close the blast doors kind of thing. So I think, let's just look at how that would work. If I can get it to work properly. In all honesty, I think we'll come up one more so we've got plenty of clearance. So let's start from over here and just kind of go up one more. I haven't actually worked out where the top of this will be yet, but we will get to that. Oops. That'll do. So you get the idea. Okay. And then behind that we would have the blast doors. They are being... I'll tell you what the best thing to do. Let's put a block down here like that and then stick it on the top. Bingo. That's better. That's the wrong way around. So it needs to go that way. Right, now next thing's next. Let's just think about how wide we want these doors. I tell you what we could do actually, seeing as this is going to be a much more protected area, we'd maybe be better building the refinery in here. And then just have, you know, pipe work going to the landing pads outside. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. Right. The wall is there, so I think, yeah, I think in all honesty, you're not going to want the doorway any wider than sort of there, are you? and how far up I'm gonna go. So let's just work out where that comes to. There? Yeah. So at the moment that would be the door for another 4. So we'd probably want another one coming down, or do we want it bigger? So if we were going to have it 4, another 4, that would be how thick the door would be. Yeah, look, but look at the amount of space that we're... Oh, what we could do is have 2 hangars, like one above the other. So, no, I don't like that idea. So, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then... So that was the... Which one was that? That was the 4. 6. I think we just go for the full 8 and we just go crazy. So, which way round does this go? Wow, that thing's huge. Okay, so that's going to have to kind of go like that. Nope. What have I done? Messed it up. I've done it wrong. Being a dum-dum. Being a dum-dum. Alright, let's try again. So, that needs to come out that way, and then... Why won't you... Doesn't seem to like it. Three. So it'd have to come down to there, yeah? Okay, let's try that. Wow, this is gonna be huge. Am I going overkill here? Is this being a bit crazy? I think so. But overkill is always best. Actually, that needs to come up one, doesn't it? I'm sorry if this is boring, but I didn't want to do a load more building off camera. I wanted to at least include some. What I really should be doing right now is building the welding ship. Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do next. That is the next plan. Is I am not building this whole stinking thing without a welding ship. Just get a bit of energy. I'll do. So, if the doors are going to be there, let's just build one more. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what, the other thing is how big do the force fields go? Energy shields, no, that's the wrong thing. It has to be... Sure, it has its own little section. Just find it in here, it's easier. Where is it? So the thing is I would use the search bar, but I don't know what half this stuff's called. I just sort of know it by the icon. Right there. Wow, okay, so this goes all the way up to 10. Probably could have done that just by scrolling through. So if we get an 8 and stick that behind this, so I need to put that there, that there, that there, and then some 6. Put that there like that. They should both come to the same place, I think. Right. Let's give this a little test. So let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be here. Out. There we go, perfect. And let's just make sure. Yeah, okay. And that would be where the energy field is. Okay. So we now have the door that wide. So we want to go up another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, there's still room. We can still put a little fighter bay up there. That'd be cool. That would actually be quite cool. Okay. Now, just need to get rid of this. go. And let's lay out some more of this. So, and then let's go up one more. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to do the same but opposite. So those things are 2 high or 3? 2. So we need to put that there like so. It's going to be so much welding. I'm going to have so much fun. We're building the welding ship next. That is the next thing on the list. There. Another one there, another one there. Alright, and then we need to bring it up 1 and put that there. Perfect. And there is a helicopter going over. One of the fun things about living in the city with the busiest helicopter airport or helipad in the world, I think it's the busiest helipad in the world, is you have helicopters going over your house every 5 minutes, which is great fun. Why are you not moving? Because the engines are turned off. So, luckily though, I live quite far away from the airport, so it's not that bad. But still, the occasional one. I live in the east coast of Scotland, where one of the largest oil fields in Europe, I think probably the largest oil field in Europe, is the North Sea. And so you get a lot of helicopters going out to the oil rigs every day. A lot of people that they need to ship in and out. So yeah, the busiest helipad in the world. There goes a random fact of where JD lives. Right, so I think let's just sort of come back a little bit and have a look. That is a pretty am I being crazy, or is this like nah, it's not too big. It'll be fine. I like this. I think this is going to be super cool. So, yeah. Then where's it going to come to? I guess we really want to just sort of bring it as far this way as we can. Because we want as much space. Do I want an odd or an even number? These are all questions that I can answer at a later date, but let's sort of just roughly say that the door will come to here. I have to repeat this whole thing at the other end of this tunnel. So I haven't actually had the video back. I haven't had any of the comments back yet from the video before this one, where we found this and started setting things up. And in that question, I asked, wow, I really can't get my words out. A question that I asked in that episode was, if I seal off both ends, can I pressurize this? And I think I can, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think we should be able to do that. I suppose the other question is, do we want to? That's a lot of oxygen to fill that space. You know, that's a lot of... and if there was ever a breach, you know, it'd be a real waste. Okay, so let's just sink back down a bit. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I quite like that. It is a bit over the top, but it's also, that's gonna look so awesome when it's finished. When it's, you know, we get it all welded up. I tell you another thing is, this little hole here will be good for, I don't know, putting maybe like a missile platform or something here, so that we can just fire missiles up and out. at those Reavers when they come, and we have Reavers attacking the Serenity. So there's one for all you sci-fi geeks that like your sci-fi television. Firefly was probably one of the best, up there as one of the best sci-fi television shows ever made. Well, in my opinion anyway. Right, I am happy with this. I think it's very cool. It's going to be a lot of welding, so let's build a welding ship. Yay! What am I going to need? We're going to need this. We're going to need large cargo. We're going to need some connectors, which are down here. And then I'm going to definitely make it with ion engines. No more hydrogen. I think we'll just build it up near this so that I can... Tell you what we could do. We could actually rise up a little bit so that we're in the sunlight and I can see what I'm doing. How long are we? We've still got time. Plenty of time. Let's just raise it up a little bit so we're in the light. I can see what we're doing. I may end up taking the Skybox mod out if the recording continues to be really difficult to see. Won't know until this is posted, but feel free to suggest whether or not I should take the mod out that makes everything darker and changes the skybox. Space is Real, I think is what it's called. I butchered the name in the last episode. Right. That's there. Okay, so I think what we'll do... Right, I think first off, do we want to bother putting a hydrogen generator in it just to oxidize the cockpit? No. I don't think that's worth the time. So, next question is... Oh, I've done the wrong. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's try again. So, we want small... Yes, there we go. It's got little balls on the back. There we go. So, we're just going to go with... Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go into this and we'll get... that. I think it would be better if we do this. Yes. Why can't I? Interior plates. Let's get in here. Alright, we're gonna... Oh no, where did it go? Oh, I am such an idiot. There it is. So that there like that, then there, welders, that one. Let's just get rid of that. There, that one there, that should do, and then on the back we need cargo bay. Right, I want one of the large ports facing down the way so that I can... Right, so which way around is that? That. So that should have, yeah, one on each end and facing down. Perfect. 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 And then on the bottom we need a connection port, which would go there, and it's quite short and stubby, isn't it? Although we still need to put some batteries on the back, so let's put 2, and that should sort of balance out the weight. And then the only things left will be that, gyros. So we've got reactors, gyros. Definitely want 2 gyros. And then the reactors, we're going to go with this here. Like so. 4 reactors around it, like so. And if that isn't enough, I will put a block here, but I'm not going to attach any reactors. But if it's not enough, we'll just add some more there. Okay, now let's think about ion thrusters. So, one there. Oh, that. Same on the other side. One there, and I'll probably repeat that on the underneath. Oh, come on, stop being stupid. Okay, now one here. Perfect. So that's 3 axis. What are the other? So we need up and down. So let's just go with. Just don't like to get hit, do we? So let's just go with. Oh, we can do it on the back here. Let's do. Let me think. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. Same on the other side. It's in the wrong place. Eight. That's it. That should be plenty. It doesn't have to move fast, it just has to move. So, 2 in every direction. Plenty. Now, I did have a little bit of platinum with me. I have to really consciously think when I say that word now, that I'm not saying plutonium. Because I think every single time I've said it, I get it wrong. Right, why did I come in here? No idea. So I was talking about plutonium. It threw me off. Yeah, so I did have a little bit with me, but it was really a very small amount. And I tried to put some on to build, and we didn't even have enough to build any. So that those 5 that we got off those thrusters. I want assembler 2. I want assembler 2. What are they called? They're called like thruster components or something. Anyway, the short part of this story is, oh there they are, thruster components. I only have 5 of them. That's not going to be enough. So what I might do is take the little mining ship, which seems like a really stupid idea. But take the little mining ship. I probably should have loaded some up while I was there actually. That was a bit of a short-sightedness on my part. But dive over to that platinum base, grab a load of it, and then stick it in the refinery down there. I'm going to do that all off camera. I'm going to weld it up, and then I will be back and we will do some more building work. Wow, we are like really over our time, so I'm going to do all those things that I just said in between episodes. So I'm going to wrap it up here and say I hope being glitchy. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please consider giving it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribing. Feel free to give some comments and thoughts, positive or negative, down in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next episode.